As a pediatric surgeon, I'm specialized in liver transplantation, in hepatobiliary surgery, liver surgery in children, which is a very rare field. There are not many people in the world who do this. And we do it for children who seek this specialization. And we have more and more people coming from abroad asking for help, and we like to help. I have to say we're not that big a center because we're only Switzerland. Switzerland is small, but I'm proud to say that we have the same, even better results than other centers which are bigger. Sometimes small is better because you are very, very conscious of that smallness, and then you try to be extremely meticulous, and I think that's what we are. We have the support of the government, we have the support of the canton, because that's what things are called in Switzerland. And I think our academic work, which comes together with university, is extremely important. I think that's completely mutual together. The university is extremely important to us. Geneva is wonderful. Geneva is wonderful because it's a nice place to live, because it's culturally interesting, it is politically interesting, it's humanitarian-wise interesting, it's from the nature, it's interesting. There's the lake, there's the mountains, you can ski, you can go onto the lake, in the lake, and then it's a nice city. People are nice. Come to Geneva. No, I mean it, because Geneva can offer you a lot. You can give Geneva a lot, and Geneva is a worthwhile place with a lot of values. And I think one of the most important values of Geneva is it is Swiss. Swissness is being friendly, is being open-minded, being respectful, being a good person.
Campus Biotech really want to create a new ecosystem which is different, which is gathering as a basic research, which is bringing in as a clinical research, and which is also entrepreneurial, because we have here as a startups, we have industry which are here, because we are really convinced that it is having as all these ingredients which makes us not only different but efficient. So we decided to capitalize on two programs, major programs. The first one is on neuroscience, neurotechnology, and the second is digital and global science. As we are more than 750 people working around these two programs, and we are insisting a lot on establishing what we call platforms, which are the toolbox for scientists. And therefore scientists coming from the different disciplines can benefit of them. I would say our mission is driven by three characteristics. The first one is innovation, really to promote this innovation. The second is collaboration. We don't want to compete with anybody, we just are different. And we want to bring in people which may contribute really to what we are searching. And the last is definitely as a translation. We want to make sure that all the innovation which is generated here will benefit ultimately to the population. We need to connect brains and effort, and therefore it's essential that Campus Biotech, then BioHealth, then the state of Geneva, then the university, then the different industry collaborate. First, it's essential that they realize who is doing what. Second, they need to think big, and it's only together then we will be succeeding. I love to say that if the different acts are individual, are done by individuals, the success can only be collective. And this is what we are pursuing here in Geneva.
Some people have called Geneva the capital of health. We have, of course, health sciences. We have the University of Geneva Hospitals, which is a very large institution, that's the largest in Switzerland. It is certainly a place with a lot of research scientists. We have the University of Geneva and Faculty of Medicine, as in many other places. In addition, you have different polytechnical schools, the University of Lausanne and the MedTech and the Biotech. But we are also linked to very important major stakeholders in health, in particular the World Health Organization. WHO headquarters is actually based in Geneva. It's next door, so it helps for a lot of relationship. We described several years ago the great advantage of replacing soap and water hand washing by the use of actually alcohol-based hand rubbing, and because it became a standard of care worldwide, then because the World Health Organization asked us to run a campaign for the promotion of this very simple way to clean your hands while taking care of patients, we progressively became the center of excellence and the WHO collaborating center for patient safety. I think it's very important to understand that the many things that are done in Geneva are actually putting people together to make some more work, extra projects, and all of that is, of course, bringing jobs or bringing money or bringing research projects. I think that Geneva is a very easy and a very good place to organize conferences, and in particular in the field of health. WHO and the United Nations in particular are really willing to have people coming to Geneva to actually participate either to a program or to their program. And as soon as you need to work with United Nations other agencies, like the High Commissariat for Health, like other agencies from the United Nations, you are into global health and into health diplomacy. International relationship is very important. So it's a very good place to have all stakeholders for health together in the same place.
CERN is an international organization, is a research center, fundamental research center. At CERN we are 2,400 staff. We have 1,600 fellows, postdoc, and we are serving a community of 13,000 users. CERN is fundamental research. Then in terms of achievement, we have a lot of discovery with all the accelerator we built. The last achievement it was to have the Higgs boson. The Higgs boson was the missing pieces of the standard model. It seems very nice, but the standard model is only explaining 4% of the total mass of the universe. Then we are becoming very humble because 4% we have 96% to discover. Then now what we are doing is to try to discover what we call dark matter, what could represent 25% of the mass of the universe. And for what we are doing, we have projects to build new accelerator with a new technology to try to discover that. It's the beauty, the difficulty of fundamental research because we don't know what we will discover. Because if it was the case, it's no more fundamental research. Then we are giving beyond the standard model and we are developing technology to build accelerator to discover that. We have 100,000 visitors per year in average, but I think that all the people in different domains working, doing their conference in Geneva, wanting to work in an international way, is a very good place to visit. It's a very good occasion to come in Geneva, to have the possibility to visit CERN, to discuss with the people working at CERN, to compare how we are doing international research, international development. I think CERN could be a good landmark for the people coming in Geneva. I think for me, Geneva is the heart of Europe, is a lot of international organization. Yes, it's a good place to be, and CERN is also very well located. In spite, we have our own network around the world.
The health sector is, I'd say for Geneva, it's of particular importance because of its long-standing tradition in humanitarian activity. As you know, Geneva is the headquarter not only of the International Committee of the Red Cross, but as well of the WHO. And once you generate energy around such a prosperous sector, you may have the capacity to attract innovative and intelligent and interested people. The Department of Neurosurgery has a history which goes back to the 1940s of the last century, and we are taking care of almost all aspects of neurosurgery, from head to toe nerves. Geneva is quite a special place. I think you can argue like in real estate. First of all, it's location, location, location. But Geneva also brings in other elements like people, people, people. The concentration of very intelligent people in an equally beautiful area, which is in addition extremely well accessible by airplane or by train, this is fairly unique. In addition, in the past years, there was not only sort of a research of the university hospital and the medical faculty, which are currently undergoing enormous changes. There was also the move of the Federal Institute of Technology branch of neuroengineering and neuroprosthetics to the campus biotech in Sécheron downtown, and with the opening of the campus biotech, with a dedication not only to neuroscience and psychophysiology, but also to computational neuroscience and to prosthetics and engineering, I think we are able to create a synergy at a level in the field, in the neuro field, which is unequaled, unparalleled, at least in Europe, if not in the world.
For centuries or more, people was asking the question, do we have other worlds in the universe? And in the modern term, do we have planets orbiting, hosted by other stars? And the most important point of my career is the discovery of the first extrasolar planet 21 years ago. And from that time, we have discovered something like 250 with my team. So it's a big business, and altogether in the world, today we have more than 3,000 extrasolar planets. So we were just at the beginning of this big adventure. We have a long history of interest for astronomy here in Geneva. But evidently, the discovery of 51 Peg, it was a so huge, big new domain of astrophysics that this was a huge stimulus for the observatory. And at the beginning we were only few people working in this field, and today we have almost 50 people working in the field of extrasolar planets. We got a huge support from the Swiss National Foundation. It's a network of mostly 3 universities, Geneva, Bern and Zurich. They gave us confidence, they provide money, 10 years, 20 years, and when you develop an instrument you don't have immediately results and so on. And this is important. You have two big questions in cosmology. Extrasolar planets, we have done huge progress during the last 20 years. But the key question for general public, but also for science, is do we have life in the universe? And what is at the core of the activity of Geneva people is to search planets in the habitable zone. This is typically what is done here. And today also we have a group of young people starting to analyze, to search the possibility to analyze the chemical composition of planets, extrasolar planets.